Vlogmas video, I am going to be sharing with you guys my experience in the hospital and basically why I stopped breastfeeding. So, if you are new here, I had my baby on November 11th, and at 3:42. And as soon as I had her, we did skin to skin. She did skin to skin with her dad, and then after that, I wanted to try to breastfeed. I don't know if you guys have seen my other videos, but I did mention that I wanted to breastfeed instead of formula feed, but I was okay with formula feeding. So I wanted to breastfeed. So after we had both did skin to skin with her, they had tried to get her to latch. Okay, so she latched for a little bit, but it wasn't like all of that, like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like full on stuck in, you know, because I did my research and I thought about breastfeeding. I really wanted to do it and stick with it, but unfortunately that wasn't the plan. Well, it didn't go as planned. So they moved me to my postpartum room and I'm getting settled in. My boyfriend had left and he had came back, so by the time he had came back, I mean, I was already getting settled. Like I said, my mom and my family members were still there, so I was like talking to them for a while. My uncle came, you know, simple stuff. And then after everyone had left or whatever, I was there by myself until my boyfriend had came back. So whenever he had came back, it was almost time for her to eat. So mind you guys, I was breastfeeding and my nurses knew that I was trying to breastfeed. So I was trying to get her to latch. This is our first day alone at that. We're only 18. So it was our first day there by ourselves alone with a newborn, and we honestly didn't know what to do. We were still learning, and just like we were still learning. So she was screaming to the top of her lungs. And like, newborns cry, but like that type of cry right there made me want to cry. So I'm over here trying to get her to latch, and she is not latching. I'm trying on both boobs. She is not latching. And at this point, I'm like, she's not eating. She need to eat. Like, come on now. So I'm over here calling my nurses on a little call phone thing and telling them I need some formula because she is not eating. Every time I asked for formula, they would bring the lactation consultant in. If you don't know what a lactation consultant is, it's basically someone that helps you with breastfeeding. Every time they come in, they all tell me the same thing. Like, they're trying to get me to, you know, put her in a certain position so she'll latch, or they'll try to, like, I don't know, they were just doing dumb stuff, and I just felt like she was not eating, like, and I was just getting really, really mad. So day 2 came around. I was still trying to breastfeed. It just was not working. So I called again, told them I needed some more formula. They sent me a lactation consultant after lactation consultant. But this one had told me to just like hand express into a spoon and then like get a syringe and just feed her like that. Mind you guys, it was only like 2 drops on the spoon, and they was like, that's all newborns need. And I was just like, but that's not enough. Like, I just felt like that wasn't enough. And I know that like their stomach is like really, really small on the first day that they are born, and then it like doubles in size each day. So I'm like, maybe this worked for yesterday, but today this is not enough. Like, this is really not enough. So I was just getting really, really fed up. Like, my boyfriend was getting mad. Everybody was just so frustrated because we felt like that she wasn't eating enough. So then day 3 come, and this is the day that we had left. So her pediatrician had came to basically like say it was okay for us to leave. And I had told her about a problem or whatever, and she was basically agreeing with me. She was like, fed is best, so if you feel like she's not getting enough food, you need to ask for formula. And I was like, I already did, they haven't gave me anything. And she was like, okay, well, I'm gonna make sure that you are sent home with some formula because they are supposed to give you some. So I guess they had talked to the pediatrician had talked to the nurses or whatever, and they sent another lactation consultant back in. And I was just like, you know what, at this point I was over it. I was like, we're going home anyway, I can just go get her some formula, and boom. Like, so whenever I got home, I had those ready to go bottles. It's basically like fast food. They're already like pre-made. You don't have to add water, you don't have to add like the powder, nothing. You just shake it up and you give it to them. So I had already had a sample of those, so I had gave her that. And y'all, when I tell y'all, she drank that bottle so fast. Like, she didn't drink all of it because obviously she can't drink that whole 2 ounces at 3 days old, but like, you could tell that she was hungry, and I was just so fed up. Like, I was just like, you know what, they really made me starve my baby. Like, they really made me starve my baby, and that's really crazy. So I'm gonna talk about my postpartum. That was really easy. I bled for probably like 2 weeks, and then after that I had to use like panty liners. As of right now, this is kind of TMI, but as of right now, I'm just getting like a lot of discharge, but it's like normal discharge. It's not like bloody discharge. It's just like, you know, normal vaginal discharge. What else? They sent me home with some medication to help with down there because I did have to get stitches. I had a 2nd-degree tear, and yeah. What else? So I bled. My stomach really didn't contract while I was bleeding, but like after I had stopped bleeding, my uterus did start contracting, especially when I drank tea. It happened when I drank and ate certain things. It'll contract. I don't really get contractions no more. Yeah, they send you home with these little ice pack things. They're like pads. It's called like a padsicle. Some people make their own padsicles at home, but it's basically like a thing that you break in half and you shake it up, and it gets like really, really cold, and you just put it down there like a pad. Y'all, I'm sorry, I'm on my little yoga ball, but you put it down there like a pad, and it's supposed to like help with like the swelling and stuff. Well, it was kind of like soothing, but I do not like pads when I'm on my menstrual because I just don't like sitting in blood. Like, that's kind of nasty. Anyway, so the blood, it wouldn't necessarily like sit on top of it, but like the pad, that padsicle that they gave me in the hospital, it would not like absorb the blood like a regular pad would. So it was kind of like it would sit on top, but kind of not. I just didn't like it, so I really didn't use those, but it did feel good. And I couldn't sit on my butt, so that was hard. She had to sleep with me for like the first couple of nights, because I just couldn't sit up to like grab her out of the bassinet that was right next to me. So it was just easier for me to have her sleep with me. What else? I was supposed to be taking my prenatals every day, but I haven't been doing a good job on that. But I think I'm going to, because, you know, it's just a vitamin, so I might as well take daily vitamins. I'm trying to think of what else. That's really pretty much it. I didn't bleed for a long time. My stomach really didn't hurt. But I don't know if y'all watched my other video, but I did mention that when you sneeze, it hurts really bad, like really, really bad. But I was up and walking the same day. As soon as my epidural had wore off, I was good to go. I took a shower that same day. Everything just felt so good. Like, everything was good. So yeah, that's pretty much it with postpartum. That's my experience. My experience in the hospital was kind of bad. Their food was nasty. Everybody was telling me, girl, that hospital food good. No, ma'am. No, ma'am, it's not. It's not. I'm sorry. It's not. I don't think I ate was breakfast, because that regular lunch and dinner, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. And I ate them graham crackers, and I drank that little soda. That is it. Other than that, I bought food. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I know this was kind of like a boring Vlogmas day, but I just had to do this video anyway, so why not? If you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the red. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell next to it to be notified every time I post a brand new video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we are out.